Welcome to the show once again. We're very happy to have you with us. Good to see you.
Before we start, you know, it's mid-afternoon in America, so if you could watch your language, it'd be nice.
Okay, yeah. Trying to learn me lesson. I mean, next to the worst person for that.
How did that game feel for you?
Really good. It was a fun game. I think when you always focus more on the organisation without the ball, we know that with the ball we're going to have the chances to win games, and I think that was the key for us tonight.
It's sensational again. How do you keep doing it at your age? I mean, I'm in awe watching you up there. And it's not just the 30, 40-yard ball that you sprayed across the field. It's your energy. It's your work rate to defend and attack as well. How do you do it at your age?
Thank you. I think, you know, I'm young, so I got a lot of energy, so that's the main thing. But playing in a good team gives you confidence. I think you guys know that. I think the manager giving me that freedom to play, you know, how I see it really. And, you know, I'm going to make mistakes, but I think the main thing is that when nights like this come along, that, you know, I put in performances that help the team win the game. And that's
Can I just ask, sorry, what is your best position or your preferred position?
I'm not really sure, to be fair. I think it kind of depends on the way the team's set up. All good? You throw me off a bit. Did you just get that? No, it depends on the team formation, the way the team want to play. I think here, defending as a left midfielder, rolling inside is nice because you have obviously the freedom when Vinny goes wide as well. So it doesn't really matter to me. I try and give whatever I can in whatever position.
You've had a little thing with, let's say, with Manchester City over the last couple of years. You played them quite a lot. The thing that's really stood out to me, not just the quality of Real Madrid, we know that you've got that, but the physicality right across the pitch against Manchester City. And normally that's the strength of the Premier League teams when they play, you know, maybe a Real Madrid or a Barcelona or Bayern Munich. I mean, how did you feel? Like, did you just look so superior, you know, in the first leg and the second leg?
Yeah, I think that's a big part of the game now, you know, that physical side. I think to play so many games for one and then play against Premier League teams in Europe, you have to be ready physically, you have to be robust, you have to be kind of, you know, different kind of ways of winning games. You have to have them, you know. I think technique will get you so far in these competitions, but you need to be able to run and compete, you know.
Can I just ask you about this stadium? This stadium is magnificent.
Brilliant.
First time I've been here since obviously it's had the revamp. What's it like playing here week in, week out with the crowd, the energy?
It's unbelievable, yeah. It can be a bit of a hotbed of pressure. I think from the outside, that's the reputation it gets, that, you know, like, well, don't not do well because they'll start. But I really don't see it like that, to be honest. I feel like we have enough talented players. We can perform to the levels that, like tonight. You try and block it out as much as you can, but there's moments when, you know, they really lift you. I think we didn't particularly need it tonight, but the games like last year when we've come from behind, you wouldn't believe the push they give you, especially when you're down in games. And yeah, it's really impressive. It's a pleasure to play here, to be honest.
Jude, I have two questions, but first I wanted to say, I think what Micah was trying to say is that I would second that. I love what you always do for the team. You will put your ego on the side to do what's needed for the team, so I respect that a lot. Having said that, I wanted to talk about two players. Kylian, first, because I do think that now he does understand that position and be patient, and time is run at the right time, and when he does that, we all know that it's clinical. So I wanted to know what you think about that. And please, can you talk about Rodrigo? Because this guy, nobody talks about him, his work rate and his skills, what he does for the team. How is it to play with those two guys?
Firstly, Kylian, I think everyone knows what a special player he is. I think, you know, if that start of the season was difficult for him, you know, adjusting for a new team, incredible pressure, unimaginable for most players. And I think it was only a matter of time before he got started, and when the goals came, you know, it was always going to be, you know, just a different level of player. The confidence he has, you know, you give him the ball in any situation, he can make something of it, the speed. Linking up with Vinny, it's really terrifying for most defenders to play against, I imagine. And Rodrigo, so underrated, you know. I think for me, he's probably the most talented and most gifted player in the squad. I think the things he can do with the football, you know, when we'd be messing around and he'll flick the ball up somehow, and you're like, how do you do that? You know what I mean? I'm trying to do it, twisting up my ankles and everything like that. And yeah, it's a pleasure to play with both of them. You know, you put them in positions where they can affect the games and they'll win it for you. I think Rodrigo, another thing to mention is he's the one who kind of sacrifices the most, really. I think it's clear that his favourite position is the left. I think it's important to note that, you know, he does a lot for the team as well, defensively on the right side, which isn't his favourite, but never complains, just gets on with it, and that's the way we have to continue, you know.
That's nice to see. No,
yes.
really.
It is, for sure. Round of 16 is obviously next. You've got the draw coming up on Friday. It'll either be Atletico or Leverkusen. Just as like neutrals, I guess, so to speak, a Madrid derby would feel good.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Be a nice atmosphere. Obviously, we dropped points to them both times in the league, so it'd be nice to have that one back. The atmospheres will be incredible here and away from home. But obviously Leverkusen as well, in great form, playing amazing football last season, this season as well, some amazing players. So whoever we get, we've got to be ready. We've got to be bring it like we did today.
Lineup looks fresh.
Oh, I was just about to say that. The lineup is looking crazy.
He's trying to hide
I see you go with a taper. Oh,
What
yeah,
about
the taper fade.
What about his?
No, mine's looking good. Mine's looking good.
okay.
Yeah, I just put in the hat today.
Bit dry.
Bit dry, yeah.
Yeah.
Dry. Lot of spray in there as well.
No, there's no spray in there.
Spray.
What do you think about the...
Yeah, it's thirsty.
Jamie chastised me for the shorter look. How you feeling it, Jude?
I like it. You've got a bit of a different head shape, but I think it suits you.
What's that mean?
I think
Basically, I've got a egghead, is what he's trying to say.
I think it suits you. I think
It suits
you
me.
look sharp, mate. Yeah, really sharp.
Thank you. You know what? Before you go, I know... excuse me, last one.
Excuse me.
Have we asked you?
1 year in Italy, just excuse me.
Excuse me. Have we ever asked you who your favourite of the show is? You know, come on.
you can't
We're
cry.
here, we're live,
Why are you
you know.
crying?
Why are you crying?
I'm cold.
Okay.
I've told him his lineup looks nice. He's tearing up.
It's not cold. Please, before we get
it
into
is a
trouble,
bit.
who's your favourite on the show?
Could never answer that.
Lord.
I
Could
could never.
never?
No, it's too disrespectful. Obviously, I watch Jamie a lot on the TV, on the other channels and stuff.
Who's that
Big
for?
fan of the overlap. So really enjoy that.
They don't like
About the
Obviously,
rest is
knowledge
football.
and you, just amazing. So great lineup, and obviously Kate.
She was waiting.
And I was getting nervous. I was just like-
Start with one. What's the thing that makes you the happiest today?
To be qualified. Second,
Second?
we defended well. Third, we played a good football.
You sounded a couple of games ago when you were saying, I didn't know my team could defend like this, or the front four. You sound surprised, but I guess in a Champions League night, you were all but surprised that they worked so hard without the ball.
Yeah, I think I'm really pleased for this, because really difficult to think that with all this quality in front to defend also well. But the sacrifice of the four was fantastic in these two games, and this is the key, because after that, when you defend well in front, we are really dangerous, because we have so much quality.
And how do you convince them? Do you get upset with them? Do you put them videos? Do you just tell them, come on, guys?
No, simply I called them, and they have to be, and I said to them to be more focused defensively, to help the team to defend and to recover the ball. And they did.
Well, you call them individually.
No, all together, all the four.
And with the ball, you were
No,
outstanding
with
today.
the ball, I don't have, with Mbappe, Vini, Rodri, Bellingham, with the pass from the back of Raúl. So we have a lot of options. We can play, we can be really dangerous in transition. We can play a good ball. We can play 1-against-1 on site. And so a lot of fast with Mbappe, a lot of possibility to attack.
Pep, you always knew it was going to be a difficult task tonight, but after the worst possible start to the game, how did you see it then?
Yeah, we want to extend the position down, goal down as long as possible, so we cannot deal with the physicality and the rhythm they have. So that's why it's a lot of calm with the ball. But after conceding the goal in the first action, we didn't defend well at our back, so it's more difficult. Yeah. Accept it. So the best team won. So congratulate the Real Madrid, and now focus in our Premier League.
Over the two legs, what particular area do you think you struggled the most with?
There's 180 minutes. We have a good half an hour, 35 minutes in the first half. And the rest we struggle, but the game was in the 2-1. We conceded with a mistake in the last two, coming here with a one down and a start with an injury from John, and after the action from the first goal was a little bit what happened all the season, but it's more difficult. So because with the quality they have, with the 2 goals up front, and after me 3 goals up front, is of course they can do. You are you know, it's easier, and we want to extend the 4 minutes a little bit longer for the result, and everything can happen. But after that was difficult.
And ties like this, you've always said they're won by special moments, by special players. Kylian Mbappe, just an exceptional talent.
See, not just him, have a lot of players. So it's a fantastic team. So I just congratulate them. They deserve to go through. We didn't deserve. We didn't make a good. It's the first year we didn't make a good Champions League season, and accept it and fight for next season to be here again.
Do Real Madrid look like Champions League winners again to you?
Well, of course, is a contender, definitely it is. But there are other good teams around. Will be interesting Champions League this season.
And how far away do you feel your team are to winning the Champions League again?
I don't know is the right question. When you are out in that position, to win the Champions League, you have to qualify, and after me, all the process. So. We were so lucky to be for many years in this competition. We were so satisfied to win it once, arrive at finals another one, and the process we have to accept that right now this season we are not close enough to be there, and we'll see what happens in the future.
What is the objective now, Pep, for the rest of the campaign?
Win Liverpool next game, and qualify for the Champions League next season.